Hey guys, it's Hanley, it's Wednesday, and you are watching Genderlesslove. Alright, so I have to apologize for last week. I have no good excuse. I just flat out forgot. I woke up on Thursday morning, and I'm just like, crap. So today I'll be playing catch up and answering both this week and last week's questions. I think my lip is bleeding. Alright, so last week's questions. Question numero uno. What advice would you give to someone who is going through a rough time in their life? So one of my favorite quotes is by Robert Frost, and it is, "The only way out is through." And I think that, to me, I find that very helpful when dealing with a difficult situation. If you want to get out of this situation, if you want to get to a better place, a better mind state, you just got to push through and you got to get things done. And yeah, tough it out. It sucks, but you push through and it's going to make life a whole lot better, and you're going to end up in a really wonderful place. You just got to hang on and tough it out and remember that it gets better, alluding back to the questions from a couple weeks ago, or the theme from a couple weeks ago. And just try to get in touch with yourself, you know. Have some time to relax and to just sit with yourself and meditate on how you're feeling. Accept your feelings, accept who you are. You just really need to own your emotions and realize, you know, this is how I feel. There's nothing wrong with that. I accept that this is the way I feel, and you know what? I'm gonna get better. And I'm going to do this because I know I can, and I'm just going to stick it out. And yeah, no one and nothing is going to stop me. Determination, determination, determination. Okay, so I feel like that wasn't a very concrete answer, but that's really the best I can come up with on the spot. Sorry about that. Question numero dos. What is your dream job? Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have a couple different answers for this. First would be a physicist, particularly someone who works with quantum mechanics. If you've ever seen the show The Big Bang Theory, it is what Sheldon Cooper does, and he's a theoretical physicist, and I think that would be so fun. I love math, I love science, and I love just all the different concepts behind quantum mechanics. It's a science, and yet it's just kind of abstract and really hard to wrap your mind around, and I love that. I love how it mixes the abstract with science. It's kind of this place where science and philosophy overlap, and I think it's just fascinating, and I love it. My second answer to that would be a sexologist. I think sex and sexuality are fascinating, and I just love to learn about it, again, from a scientific standpoint and a psychological standpoint. And my third answer would be an artist. I've wanted to be an artist since I was really tiny little kid. I love to draw, I love to paint, sculpture, music, anything within the realm of art and creativity. I just love it. When I was little, my mom said that she thought I was going to grow up to be a lesbian artist living in Paris. So I've always had a love of art. I don't know, maybe she's right. Last question would be, what are some of your hobbies? Again, art and science are two of my biggest hobbies. I sing classical music. I take weekly private vocal lessons, and I have done that since I was probably about 8 years old. So I love to sing, and I participate in 2 different choirs at my church. I love art. As I mentioned before, I have a little art studio going on in my basement, but I kind of need to work on it because I need to paint the walls and really set things up. Most of my art supplies are in boxes at the moment, which sucks because I really want to draw and paint, and I can't because everything's boxed up. It makes me sad. But anyway, yeah, I love to draw, I love to paint, I love art. I love it. I love being creative. I love to write. I love to journal. Creative writing, creative fiction, creative nonfiction. I love working with animals. I have 2 dogs, 2 goats, 3 goats actually, and 4 alpacas, and I love to work with them and play with them and train them. I used to be really big into 4-H, which is an organization that it promotes stuff like home ec, but in the area where I was living, there was a particular emphasis on animals. So I got really into working with animals and training them for shows through that. now the area I live in, there is 4-H, but it tends to be focused more on home ec, and I can't really find a group that has an animal program, which sucks. So right now I'm not showing my animals or anything. I just have them, but that's still fun. I love them. Alright, so now getting on to this week's questions. Let's see here. Topic number 1, how to deal with homophobia. I don't really feel qualified to answer this because, to be blatantly honest, I don't deal with it well. My natural reaction to homophobia is just to avoid homophobic people, and I just kind of shrink back. I don't like people judging me. I'm the type of person who wants to please everyone. If you have any good methods for dealing with homophobia, please leave it below in the comments, because I could use some advice on that topic. I need to learn to deal with it better. Topic number 2, the word of the week is androgyny. Share all your thoughts and feelings about androgyny. I think androgyny is a really beautiful form of self-expression and gender expression. If you don't know what androgyny is, it is a form of outward gender expression where someone who looks androgynous is not easily, you can't tell simply by looking at them what their gender identity is. Granted, you can't do that with anyone, but just looking at an androgynous person, you can't place them along the gender binary because they're like very much in the middle, or perhaps way off, totally not even on the traditional gender spectrum. They don't fit into the typical expression of male or female. I mean, I think androgynous people are very pretty. I think all people are very beautiful, and androgyny is no different. It's a lovely form of expression, and if you like to express yourself as an androgynous person, go you. Do it. Don't let nobody tell you not to. Question number 3 is Valentine's Day. What would your ideal Valentine's Day be? Eating chocolate. Just kind of sitting here in my chair, on my computer, watching my TV, and pigging out on chocolate. Now, if we're talking about this idealistic world where everything is perfect, I would not get a stomach ache from eating this chocolate, nor would I, gain any weight or, have any kind of negative health or emotional consequences. So yeah, I would just sit and eat chocolate and probably ice cream, and hang out with my dog or maybe my best friends. That sounds fun. Okay, so that wraps up questions for last and this week. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or general ponderings, leave them below in the comment area. And my links and Genderlesslove's links will be in the description box. If you have not subscribed, please do that. And remember to like if you enjoyed this video. We greatly appreciate it. And hopefully, assuming I don't forget again, I will see you next Wednesday. Peace and love. Bye!